Seattle Sports on 710. Other games to keep an eye on. Rangers playing host to the Marlins. You got the Royals and Blue Jays in Kansas City. Rays and Red Sox in Tampa, as well as the Yankees on the road to take on the Orioles. Pirates playing host to the A's. Braves and Tigers in Detroit, and the Cubs and Reds in Cincinnati. One NFL note, Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels has been ruled out for Sunday's meetup with the Las Vegas Raiders due to a knee injury. That, according to Dan Quinn. Marcus Mariota will get the start in place of Daniels.
Snapshot, brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time.
This hour is brought to you by Legacy Group Capital Common Sense Lending.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, this is Wyman and Bob.
On Seattle Sports.
Streaming live on the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Dave Wyman and Bob Stelton.
Welcome, everybody. It's Wyman and Bob. This is Seattle Sports on 710, seattlesports.com. Happy Friday to everybody. We've got a lot to cover in a short amount of time. We're going to turn you over to the Mariners pregame show coming up at 4 p.m. Before that, we'll talk to Charlie Furbush at 2:30. Paul Moyer will join us for his weekly conversation at 3 p.m. We'll speak with a member of the Seahawks defense, Derick Hall. He'll join us at 3:30. And we've got WHYMAN and Mean Text coming up in the 3:45 spot. So you still have a little under 2 hours to get your Mean Text in at 866-979-3776.
You think that's enough time?
I hope it's enough time. We can't give them more time. That's all we got. Then we got to turn it over to the pregame show.
What do you have to say, Mike?
It's not enough time. I mean, they're going to disappoint us like always, but that's okay.
Sounds like he's talking about the Tennessee Titans.
Oh, boy.
That's the same faith he
The
has.
Texters are about among the same quality as the Titans.
Who do you have more faith in, the Titans or the Texters?
Oh, see, that's a tough spot. The Texters. I have more faith in our Texters to be funny than the Titans.
Wow. You really have zero faith in the Titans.
That's his favorite team.
Oh, goodness. All right. Well, it is finally here. It's a series we've all been talking about and pointing to, and this is the playoffs, as far as I see it. This is it. I mean, I get it. It's regular season, but this has playoffs written all over it. It's got that intensity. It's got that level of importance. I believe all 3 games are sold out, I think I read, in Houston, so they're taking it very seriously. I think this is obviously, both teams sitting there tied for first. It doesn't get any bigger than this with just 9 games left in the season.
I am so fired up for this series just in general, but I mean, and really the pitching matchup tomorrow. Framber Valdez and
that creep,
and you got Kirby going,
yeah.
And I just And yesterday, Mike and I were talking about who's the bigger creep, and is it Altuve or Valdez? And I said we need to wait until Bob gets back in here to figure that one out. But yeah, it's
I think it's Valdez.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I think Altuve is probably a decent person. He's just complicit in the cheating.
Yeah,
I think Framber Valdez seems like he's a bit of a jerk.
Yeah.
And his catcher may agree with us off the record.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this is the first time where, we've been in this whole playoff hunt thing where I'm like, I'm not even really looking at the other teams. It's all right here. I mean, This is all we need to know. They're 5-5 against the Astros, and this is going to determine who wins the series between the two teams, and just so fired up for this one.
This is huge.
Man.
This is huge. This has got play. I've got butterflies thinking about it. They're showing the Astros taking batting practice right now on the TV. I was looking at Isak Paredes will be reactivated from the IL. He was in the cage taking cuts. Timing looked terrible.
Good.
Looked terrible. So hopefully he stinks. Yordan Alvarez has officially been placed on the IL, which helps, but Mariners got to handle their business. And I'm wondering, even for the fans out there, you can text in at 866-979-3776. Seeing the Mariners bounce back from a really disappointing second game in that Kansas City series.
Yeah.
They kicked a win. I mean, Brash went out there and blew it up. Should have swept. But the fact that they bounced back from that, and that, first of all, Kauffman Stadium has been a house of horrors for this team. The road has been a horror show for this team. And the Royals are a good team. They're not great, but they're a good team. We're going into this series with something to fight for. So it wasn't like you were facing the Rockies or facing the White Sox or facing a team that had been eliminated. Did the fact that they bounced back after a really disappointing second game and had a gem from Luis Castillo, the offense didn't go crazy, but you did enough. Did that give you some level of confidence, and maybe more importantly, give them some confidence as far as their struggles on the road?
Yeah, I think Castillo especially is just maybe the best thing that happened. His third quality start, and what did they give up? 5 hits, I think, yesterday as a pitching rotation. I mean, in total, I think Castillo only gave up 3. So, man, it was just seeing him bounce back because we really were. I mean, that was critical, man. It looked like maybe this was like the sort of downhill part of his career at age 32, and he snapped back with 3 quality starts in a row. So that was very important, I think. But this, and you're looking at also the matchup with Wu and Hunter Brown, both all-stars, both Cy Young candidates. Yeah, it's going to be. I don't know. Are you thinking it's going to be a low-scoring game, or? I mean, if you look at the pitching
says it will be.
Look that way.
So now that we say that, we think it'll be a 2-1, 3-1, 3-2, something like that. It'll be 9-7.
Yeah,
it'll be. But the pitching tells you. I mean, Hunter Brown's got a 2.27 ERA. Wu is just a shade over 3. I mean, these are 2 elite pitchers, which tells you this should be a very low-scoring game. That generally the opposite seems to happen, but. This is just so big. It's fun. There's a level of anxiousness certainly attached to it. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I can't wait to get home and watch this thing. But it was good to see. I was very curious to see how they'd bounce back from game 2 because that was so disappointing. You should have swept.
Yeah,
that was a win. You had a win right there. They battled back in probable fashion. With JP home run. I mean, just it was set up like, oh, this is their time. This is just it. It's working for him. And then Brash goes out there and has a moment that wasn't good. But
Adam Frazier hits a home run.
Adam Frazier.
Good. I didn't even recognize him, first of all.
He grew his hair out and a mustache.
Yeah, I was like, didn't that guy used to play for us?
Yeah.
I don't remember him doing that.
He wasn't good. Yeah. It wasn't a good time here with him. But they win the series. They took 2 of 3, and Dan Wilson talking about the momentum he feels they have going into this weekend.
This is going to be fun. And to get some momentum today is big. We got to be prepared, and we will be. This is why you play, and it's exciting. So I think everybody in there is ready to go, and like I said, getting today, get some momentum, and now it's game on.
I think it's big that they won. I always say, look, take 2 of 3. I don't care which 2, first and third, whatever. I think it mattered that it was the third one.
Yeah,
that you got out of that building feeling good, rather than if you took the first 2 and you kicked the third one, and you're coming in with just kind of a different vibe. Even though you won the series, that's the last taste you had in your mouth, was losing to that team. So I think there's something to winning that last game to win the series and then going into this. Is it going to be a difference maker? Maybe not, but maybe just in terms of relaxing, a level of confidence. And, hey, all right, game 2 did not turn out the way it should have, and we bounced back, and we pulled out the series anyway.
Yeah. It's interesting. I had Charlie Furbush in for a post-game yesterday with Lefko, and he asked Shannon about Dan Wilson possibly being AL Manager of the Year. I don't know that we've really talked about that, but your thoughts on the video? What was the guy's name? Bissell, the guy who was in the video room and caught that. One of the players
with his heels on the grass.
And I don't know. I think a lot of people might have gone, oh, big deal. That's kind of a cheap, on base there. But to me, it felt like this whole team is coming together. Everybody's paying attention.
Yeah.
And to all of and I think JP, we talked to Morosi yesterday, said there's no detail that's too small. And, just even that, they just seem dialed in right now. And that kind of gave you that feeling, even though it was just something that, was away from the field. It was, happened in the video room basically, but
savvy,
still
it was smart.
Totally.
I mean,
I love that.
If you can gain an advantage through the rules that are in place, do it. These games mean way too much.
Well, and also they're there for everyone.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that there are other teams that could have done that, but Mariners just at every level, they're just dialed in.
Yeah, and I'd heard him say that they knew that he was doing that, and if the ball gets hit to him, hey, we're going to challenge it. And ball was hit to him, so they challenged it. I mean, that's smart. It's kind of like that kickoff between the Steelers and the Seahawks. One team knew exactly what they were doing. The other one seemed a little bit, oh yeah.
It's a great comparison.
So it's minding your P's and Q's and using everything at your disposal that's legal to win this game, and that's what they did. So I thought it was brilliant. I hadn't ever seen that, and it had never happened.
And I had never thought of it either. And then, when they said, I was like, oh, it had to be the guy who made the throw.
Yeah.
The guy who made the play. So, yeah, it was just very, it was kind of educational, but it was also really interesting and just, I think, an indication that this team is dialed in at every level. But, I have not been this excited about Mariner baseball since they were in the playoffs a couple of years ago.
Because this feels like the playoffs.
Yeah.
It feels like this is it. I mean, the intensity and the anticipation of this series, this is not regular. It is regular season, but it's not. There's just too much on the line. There's too much at stake. It's bigger than regular season, even though technically it is.
Yeah.
And it's going to dictate a lot, right? You still got 6 games after this. So this doesn't seal it or, seal your fate or seal their fate, but it goes a long way.
Yeah.
It goes a very long way. So you can't overstate how important this series is.
Yeah.
You got to get 2 or 3.
Absolutely.
You got to get it.
Talked about everybody being dialed in. Polanco, he has 12 doubles in the month of September, and that's more than anybody in Major League Baseball. Number 2, Julio Rodriguez with 7. So, yeah, everybody, and you're getting it from all kinds of different places. I mean, you look at the lineup that's out today, and like every one of these guys can make a play. I mean, look at Dom Canzone, goes 5 for 5 with 3 home runs. I mean, he's in the 7 spot there as the DH. So, I mean, and you go up and down, Naylor, Rodriguez, Cal, Rosarina. I mean, you just feel like Crawford at any point. So, yeah, I mean, just offensively to go along with a rotation that's kind of woken up. There was a few weeks there where it was like, whoa, which way are these guys going? And Castillo, I thought was the most important. Getting the 3 quality starts in a row, but it looks good. I'm very hopeful. This will be the first time that I will not record the game and watch it after my workout. I'm gonna be there.
You're gonna put the workout on hold?
It's gonna be real time. Like I texted you guys the other day when Pasquantino tried to score from second. I'm like, what's this guy thinking? And Mike thought that was funny because he's like, wait, you're on real time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I cannot record and watch this one. I'm going to be sitting there on the edge of my seat for every pitch.
As will everybody.
Yeah.
Anybody who's a Mariner fan, you've got to be on the edge of your seat right now. Aaron Goldsmith on with Brock and Salk talked about what this weekend, in his opinion, is going to feel like.
I think it will feel like October. I think it will feel very similar to how the wild card or the divisional round felt years ago in Houston. The stakes aren't that high, but they're as high as they can get really this time of year. And not only is first place of the line, but I don't know, maybe more important, the tiebreakers on the line. So obviously you could lose a series and still win the division, but having the tiebreaker is such a huge part of it. So this is obviously the biggest 3 games of the year for the Mariners and something we've circled since spring training, man. And isn't it just so fitting that the Mariners have the exact same record as the Astros and they have split the season series up until this point?
Yep.
Yeah. There's so much at stake. There's so much at stake. And I just...
Well, and it couldn't be more fun as far as the rivalry thing goes. I mean, we keep sort of hearkening back to the time when it was Pete Carroll versus Jim Harbaugh and the Niners. But it's got a little bit more of an edge to it. I think there's more sports hate. And I think a lot of people are, you hear people like talking about Houston's a terrible city. It's always humid down there.
They're right.
I know.
Sucks.
I've been there one time.
Sucks.
It was my last year in the league, and it was one of the last games in the Astrodome. And, yeah, I was just like, there's really not anything redeeming about this town.
No.
Yeah.
The team, the
and
fans.
their players.
Yeah, that's right.
And their fans.
That's right. Everything attached
and
to the
their
Astros.
broadcasters.
Everything attached to that franchise is less than. It just there's no redeeming quality to it. John Morosi on with this show talking about the starting rotation being the biggest edge as he sees it for this Mariner team.
At the end of the day, if the Seattle Mariners win the 2025 World Series, it will be because of their rotation. Period. That is what makes them special. The offense is better now than it's been at any other point in this generation of Mariner teams. But the rotation is their identity, and they have gotten their identity back. When you win a high-scoring game, as they have done this week, and then you win a game today that's very low-scoring and tense, it shows that you can win in different circumstances.
Yeah, he's right. He's right. And we'll get to the Mariner bullpen here in a second, but I want to hear this. Goldsmith was on, again, Brock and Salk, and I think we asked him this question. In a wild card series, who are your 3 starters? Now, we all default Woo game 1. I think he said Logan game 2, and I don't know if he gave us a third at the time. I think I remember him talking, and he said Logan. I don't think he gave us a 3, if I remember correctly, but he was asked that same question, and here's what he had to say.
I'm a let's not overthink this kind of guy. I don't see how Brian Wu isn't your game 1 starter. And Logan Gilbert, to me, gives you the best platoon neutral opportunity. His splitter neutralizes lefties by and large. He has what you want in spring training, the opposite of that. He has what you want in October, which is swing and miss, especially with that splitter. I mean, he has the highest strikeout rate of any starting pitcher this year. So he does not get you as deep into games consistently as a Brian Wu, but if Wu goes in game 1, he can help set up your bullpen to cover an extra inning if need be with Logan in game 2. The Mariners are in a position where if they ride a hot hand, either for game 2 or specifically for game 3, I would understand it.
You still didn't give a 3.
Yeah.
At least he's consistent. He didn't give his third guy,
well,
which
at
this point, if I'm answering the question today, we still have 9 games to go, 9 games left. I'd probably go Castillo 3.
Yeah.
Based on who's been doing what up to this point, he's certainly got the experience. I understand what he looked like, in the month of August and a little bit before that, but 3 in a row where he just seems to have found his rhythm. We'll see if he can maintain that through the end of the regular season, but if we're just talking about you got to make that choice today, that would be my 3.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Kirby's last outing, 6 1/3, 2 earned runs.
He was spectacular.
Yeah, 14 strikeouts.
Now, look, if Kirby goes out there and does something even remotely close to that in his next start, all right, then
that's your guy.
We're having a different conversation, but we're just going with where we are at this minute. That's probably where I would lean.
Boy, a month ago, if you'd have said Castillo, it would have been like, we're in bad shape.
I was on drugs.
Yeah.
Real quick on the bullpen.
Texters.
Real quick on the bullpen. How do you feel about Brash in that spot? Do you have concerns? He's been a little shaky as of late. His month of September, 6 appearances, not good, almost an 8 ERA. Meanwhile, there's Edward Bizardo, 1 run in his last 17 appearances over his last 26 outings. I was doing this last night. 25 2/3 innings, 4 runs. He gave up 3 in one game. He had 1 dud game there. He's got a 1.4 ERA in those last 26 outings.
He's been a hero, man. I mean,
would you switch him? Would you think about it, or would you still ride with? You still riding with Brash in that spot?
I'm still going with Brash. There was an outing that he had. I think it was a home game pretty recently where he was just so fired up and everything was working for him. And I just, you see, he has the highest number of confused batters. I love what he brings. So I'm still going with him. But, I mean, if you don't and you get in trouble, Bizardo's been fantastic. So, yeah, I mean, I'm still with Brash. What about you?
Again, if we're going today.
You're going hot hand?
Yep. I'm going Bizardo.
Yeah.
I'd go Bizardo to Munoz. Again, we'll see what happens in these final 9 games, and maybe that changes and Brash goes out there and just deals, and maybe Bizardo gets touched up, and we'll have a different opinion. But if we're just making decisions based on where we're at this moment, I'm going Bizardo in that spot. We've got a couple of big games on our platforms this Sunday. Here's where you can find everything. You can catch the Mariners-Astros series finale on either the Seattle Sports app or on AM 770. Meanwhile, the Seahawks face the Saints in a game you can hear on the app or on 710 AM. So you got options on the app for both broadcasts, 770 for the Mariners, 710 for the Seahawks this Sunday. Football Fridays are powered by the Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Let's take 2.
We got a good injury update today for the Seahawks. The same 4 that have been out all week. They are doubtful for Sunday. Zach Charbonnet, Julian Love, Devin Witherspoon, and Nick Emanwari all doubtful against the Saints.
Dang. I'm surprised by the Julian Love one. That one probably the most. And I think, Spoon's the most important player, but they got it done without him. But I don't know. Love is just, I feel like he's the captain of that defense. That one kind of hurts, but yeah, we're got to get ready, with Ty Okada and DeAnthony Bell. Those are going to be our guys. We talked to Ty Okada the other day on the huddle, and, great kid, had that unbelievable interception in the preseason against Green Bay. I think he's a smart player. I think he's going to be able to get it done, but this is, it's not good. It's not good. And a lot of people are talking about, well, Wyman Bob, we're really missing him. We're not really missing him. I mean, he only played a little bit, and he's a rookie. I believe in him, no question about it. But, I think the bigger loss there is Julian Love. Spoon, he was out last week, so you're kind of used to that. And it's also a bummer that Charbonnet, you want to see how does this 1-2 punch, sort of work itself out? Like how many yards, how is it going to go this season? Are they going to go with the hot hand? But, George Holani has, not just because he got that touchdown the other day on the kickoff, but he's been really good. And he had a good preseason, and, if the system is working, he can run behind it.
Isaac Paredes has been activated by the Astros today. He's been out since July 19th with a right hamstring strain. He's in the lineup, batting third and the DH against the Mariners tonight. And then the Astros also placed Yordan Alvarez on the 10-day IL.
You know what I heard about him is that he's a slow starter after injuries, Paredes.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh. Well, let's hope that's true.
It's my wishful thinking, Bob.
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe he'll be a little tender in that hamstring. He's going to be, trying to overcompensate to protect it. His mechanics will be off. His timing won't be there. So yeah, I'm hoping for all of those things.
Well, he's a guy that we had admired, during free agency.
I wanted him on this team. I wanted them to pick him up.
Young guy too.
Yeah. Take Two is brought to you by Swedish Cyberknife. Treat prostate cancer with Swedish Cyberknife. Swedish.org/Cyberknife Prostate. What are the keys to the Mariners beating the Astros this weekend? We're going to ask Charlie Furbush about it when he joins us next. It's Wyman and Bob right here on your home for the Mariners playoff push, Seattle Sports on 710.
It all comes down to this.
This is the series we circled so long ago.
The series that could decide the American League West begins tonight.
The first place tie with the Houston Astros.
Just knowing what's on the line now down the stretch.
Every game right now is big.
It's there to be had.
We believe in each other and we're ready to fight.
Mariners Astros. First pitch at 5:10. Pre-game at 4. It's the push to the playoffs. And it's only on Seattle Sports on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
Everyone wants to get the best deal they can when they buy a car. What about when you want to sell your car, though? Of course, you want to get the most money possible, but how can you get the most you can without trying to sell it yourself? Stacey Rost here, and that's where my friends at Wayscar Ford in Auburn step in. Not only will they buy your car today, but that's just the beginning. Once they resell your old car, they send you another check for 50% of the profit of the sale of your old car. They've already given back over $800,000 to their customers. You can go to the website to see pictures of giant checks for yourself. It's such a great offer, and I know exactly what you're wondering right now. How are they able to do it? It's not a consignment because you get paid for your car right away. Wayscar Ford pays you right up front. They buy your car for fair market value. No more insurance, no more maintenance, no more storage, no more headaches. Then they pay you half the profit when they resell your car. It's just that simple. Get the most money possible for your old car at Wayscar Ford Isuzu in Auburn and let them do the work. WayscarFord.com. That's WayscarFord.com.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions. Like your really expensive limited edition sneakers and your new suit for your cousin's wedding. Except you never actually bought the suit because you can't stop buying sneakers. So you show up to the wedding looking like you're going grocery shopping. But hey, at least your sneakers will look good in the pictures. Until you're cropped out of every last one of them. So go ahead and get Progressive so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
If you're
It's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla.
Has arrived at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. The hotel is open and you can book now at snocasino.com. The destination spa, the expanded non-smoking gaming floor, the big 2,000-seat entertainment space and convention center, and yeah, the new restaurants, food venues as well. Effortless style and the utmost in relaxation. Go to snocasino.com to book. Seattle's closest is now Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel.
Hey, it's Bob Stelton here, and I can see clearly now. It's amazing. Let me tell you about one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. That's when I went to K2 Vision for refractive lens exchange, or RLE. Dr. Kopstein started K2 Vision with Dr. King from King LASIK, the most experienced LASIK surgeon in the Northwest. King LASIK plus K2 Vision equals freedom vision for every stage of life. No glasses, contacts, readers, or cataracts. So if you're somebody that struggles with distance vision and now you always need a pair of reading glasses, K2 Vision RLE could be your perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the capper. You're never going to develop a cataract. I'm somebody that needed readers in every room of the house. I needed to see the scoreboard out at ball games. I just couldn't see clearly. That has all changed thanks to RLE. Whether it's LASIK, EVO ICL, or RLE, trust the most experienced team of doctors to point you in the right direction. Schedule your free Zoom consultation today at K2VisionRLE.com. That's K2VisionRLE.com.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
This hour is brought to you by Legacy Group Capital, Common Sense Lending.
Wyman and Bob.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
Weekdays 2 to 7.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Well, this guy's usually in studio with us, but as his profile grows, I guess his list of demands grows. And he said, you know, if I don't have the proper items available to me in the studio, I'm calling from home.
He's too big for us. He's gotten too big for his britches.
I guess.
That's not true, Charlie.
Charlie Furbush is with us on the Emerald Queen Casino Sportsbook Hotline. How are you, man?
I'm doing great. Yes, my britches are way too big today, for sure.
Way too big. Is it you're being superstitious? You got to sit in that one spot where you're at right now, otherwise the Mariners may lose. So that's why you're where you are.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, anything it takes at this point to get a win, right? I mean, this is some exciting stuff, guys.
Yeah. This is the playoffs. I mean, this is the intensity. It's the anxiousness, the everything about it. The team, obviously, you're tied with them atop the division. You're tied in the season series. I mean, there can't be more put on these three games than there are. It doesn't determine the outcome of the season, but it goes a long way. What is your what's your level of confidence? You're going up against Hunter Brown, who is really good. You got Framber Valdez, who's a good pitcher, a bit of a jerk, but still a good pitcher. What's your feeling about this as they come out of that Royals series?
All right. So got a little technical difficulties here, guys. Hope you can hear me, but I didn't really catch all of that. But I think you asked me about my confidence going into this weekend.
Yeah. See what happens when you stay home? It just all goes awry. This is a lesson for all of us. Yeah. What's your level of confidence?
Okay. Oh, there you are. Now I can hear you. See, I had a little. You see, this is the issue. When I don't come in the studio, I don't sound as good. I'm just making excuses for everything.
If I were you, I'd just blame Lefko.
You can hear.
Just blame Lefko.
Exactly. Blame Lefko. I will say my confidence is very strong going into this weekend. A big part of that is not having to go against Yordan Alvarez. I mean, that's a huge thing that the Mariners don't have to face from his entire pitching staff. But ultimately, I couldn't be more confident because we got our horse, our ace on the mound today, Brian Wu, and I just expect an incredible outing, one of his more strong out of the year, and I think it'll set the tone for this weekend. And then, like everyone has said, this is the most important series of the year. You can literally almost take the division if you do what you're supposed to do this weekend. So it's going to be so exciting. And I know the Mariners, had a great 10-game winning streak that came to an end, but, they picked it right back up, won the series in KC, and I'm just excited to see the boys in Houston. And I really confident they're going to get it done this weekend.
Hey, Charlie, where's your confidence with Luis Castillo? Just, 3 quality starts in a row there, and it was looking a little shaky there for a while. But do you think he's back, and that's what we're going to get going forward?
That's a really good question, and I think we kind of were on the roller coaster ride with Castillo throughout this season in a lot of ways. But, he certainly has showed up and done an incredible job. And I think the one thing that I saw this last outing that really kind of maybe gave me even more confidence than ever is the, having an outing with no walk. I mean, it was an absolutely incredible performance across the board. And I think that's what makes him and is going to make him real special is like, how efficient can I be? I know I don't have that 98, 99 in the tank anymore, so it's going to be on me. It's going to be paramount that I throw high-quality strikes in every situation that I find myself in. So the confidence has definitely gone up a big time in Castillo, and he just continues to show me that he's just a solid major league pitcher.
Hey, Charlie, I was looking at some numbers in the bullpen last night on the heels of what happened in Game 2. Obviously, it was a bad outing for Brash. You look at this and go, they should have swept the Royals. But Brash, in 6 appearances in September, has got an ERA just a shade under 8. Bizzardo right now is giving up 1 run in his last 17 appearances. Over his last 26 outings, he's given up 4 runs. 3 of them came in 1 game. So you go 25 and 2/3 innings with those 4 total runs, an ERA of 1.40. Would you consider flipping those guys? Do you have enough faith in Bizzardo to put him in that spot, or do you believe that Brash is he's gonna rebound and you still like him in that spot? How would you handle it?
That's another good question, and I think we've talked about it earlier in the year. And I was as Matt Brash is coming off first year of Tommy John surgery, and as someone who had that surgery, I know what it feels like. I understand the lack of freshness from time to time that your arm, may feel. So, I was a big believer in, giving Brash kind of a break from time to time. And he's been so good, and he's stepped up in so many ways and has really been an incredible bridge to get to Munoz. But, that first year back can be quite demanding. So I know from experience that, if you could just find ways to maybe take the pressure off him and hand the ball over to other guys to get the job done, I think that's only going to benefit him, a little bit more. So when you bring up Bizzardo, who's kind of been, this underappreciated reliever, he's done so good for so long. And you mentioned that great streak right there. I would have just as much confidence right now with Bizzardo going in and maybe just giving a breather to Brash, because ultimately, obviously these games are vitally important, but you want to make sure your guys are right. So, and you don't want to put them in situations where they're struggling too much and they can't get out of their own way. And, that's the beauty of being in a bullpen, is that everyone down there, has to do their job. And then sometimes your job changes and you have to step up and get it done for someone else. So I'm fully confident in everyone down there to kind of continue to show what they've done. But I think Bizzardo would be a perfect substitute for Brash. But, I'm not going to take anything away from how good Brash is, because we all know when Brash is on, he's one of the nastiest pitchers out there. So it could just be, a lack of just inconsistency, and he'll be back. Back on track as soon as this next outing. You could easily see that happening as well. So it's a fascinating thing the Mariners are going to have to deal with, but they're going to have to do really anything they can to find wins. And if it calls on Bizzardo to get it done in the 8th, then that's what it's going to take. So I feel confident having all the weapons we have down there, and not to mention a guy like Gabe Spire, who continues to impress from the left side. So the bullpen is looking good. I know it sucks that Brash hasn't been the guy that we want, but he ultimately is going to get his name called again, and I think we'll all be cheering when we see Matt Brash come in.
Is there anything you can pick up on when you see things aren't going well for Matt Brash specifically? Is there, when he gets in trouble or whatever, is he pressing? Yeah. What do you see?
Yeah, it's another, good question. The first thing I see is I go to his slider, right? His slider is kind of his bread and butter in terms of the pitch that he gets the most swing and miss from. It's one of the great sliders in the league. And when hitters look foolish time and time again with this pitch, that's what I see, is that his ability right now to really throw that high quality slider that's going to look like a strike and then dart away at the end. I haven't seen as many of those as I would like. And that could be due to a variety of reasons, but I think that when he isn't landing that slider as consistently as he wants to, I think it makes him a little more vulnerable, right? And if he's not landing it, then I have to throw my fastball, and I got to throw that in a premium position. And if I'm not landing that, then I'm maybe more around the middle of the zone, and that's where I get hit. So, slider right now is how do I continue to make sure that I can throw this slider effectively, not only for a strike when I need to, but a strikeout pitch that looks like a strike and darts away at the end. So that's the one thing that I continue to watch. All right, what is the spin profile looking? Is it really, going the direction that we want to? So sometimes it's just a little bit of a mental tweak. Sometimes it's a release point type thing. But they're going to look at all the videos. They're going to check everything out and make sure that, Brash can get right, because that's going to be hugely important for the bullpen to have a guy like Brash late in the game getting those huge outs.
Charlie, as always, we appreciate you, my friend. We'll do it again next week.
Oh, my God. I can't wait, and get ready for this magic show this weekend. It's going to be awesome. I hope everyone's excited just like I am.
Oh,
Thanks, Charlie.
We are. Thanks, man.
It's like Christmas morning.
Yeah.
It really is.
There you go. There's Charlie Furbush with us each and every week. If you guys missed any part of that, you can find it on the podcast page after the show at seattlesports.com. A reminder, watch high school football live tonight for the Seattle Sports Game of the Week, presented by STSPN. Seattle Prep Panthers host second-ranked O'Day live from West Seattle Stadium tonight at 7 p.m. exclusively on the Seattle Sports app, seattlesports.com, and Seattle Sports YouTube page for full 2025 matchups. Visit seattlesports.com/high school. Meanwhile, another chance to prove how much we know ball. Call it now for the Seahawks-Saints matchup coming your way next with Wyman and Bob right here on your home for the first-place Seattle Mariners. Seattle Sports on 710.
It all comes down to this.
This is the series we circled so long ago.
The series that could decide the American League West begins tonight.
The first place tie with the Houston Astros.
Just knowing what's on the line now down the stretch,
it's there to be had.
You're heading into Houston? This is why you watch baseball.
Mariners, Astros. First pitch at 5:10. Pre-game at 4. It's the push to the playoffs, and it's only on Seattle Sports on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
It's Dave Wyman for Swedish Cyberknife, and September is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. And on average, 1 in 8 men in the U.S. will be diagnosed with prostate cancer during their lifetime. Many treatments are available, especially locally, but I recently spoke with someone who underwent treatment for prostate cancer in February, and he used Swedish Cyberknife. Tim Hunter, he's a lifelong local radio host, and Tim underwent Swedish Cyberknife treatment the week right after the Super Bowl, and it literally took a week. All it took was 5 days in a row, with each session lasting less than an hour. And Tim told us it was about 35 minutes. And he chose Swedish Cyberknife because it was only 5 days of treatment versus several months with other treatments. And on top of that, Swedish Cyberknife had by far the least interruption to his daily life. No surgery, no catheter, and the recovery was incredibly quick. And Tim heard about the Cyberknife treatment from our radio commercials right here on this show, just like you're hearing right now. So if you, a friend, or a family member is diagnosed with prostate cancer, go to swedish.org/cyberknifeprostate. And remember, you don't need a physician's referral. Again, that's swedish.org/cyberknifeprostate. Treat prostate cancer with Swedish Cyberknife.
Hey, man, gaining weight?
Dragging throughout the day? Losing your drive? It could be your testosterone. The team at Revive Men's Health Washington gets men back on track with the energy and drive they've been missing. Meet Tyler, Revive Men's Health Director of Operations and witness to hundreds of success stories.
I've seen guys come in worn out, discouraged, and just not themselves. A few months into treatment, they're standing taller, speaking with more confidence. It's like watching someone come back to life, like a light switch gets turned back on. The spouse says, "Thank you. I really have my partner back, better than before." That's the moment it all clicks for me, and that's why I do what I do.
Since 2011, Revive Men's Health has helped more than 120,000 men regain their energy and drive. Start your story today with an in-clinic visit or a secure video appointment. Call 206-529-1111 now to book your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation. That's 206-529-1111 or schedule anytime at revivemenshealth.com.
Comcast Business High Five Hotline. What's the state of your excitement?
I signed my business up for the 5-year price lock guarantee, and I can't stop high-fiving people. High five!
Okay, deep breath.
High five.
You're in a good place. You signed your business up for 5 years of gig speed internet and advanced security, all on our ultra-reliable network.
Gig speeds and advanced security? I'm so stoked.
Yep, and you get it at a great rate that's locked in for 5 years.
Woo!
The high five is just your body's way of saying, I'm winning.
So this is natural.
High-fiving everyone you see in a state of business savings enthusiasm? Totally natural.
Sweet! Thank you! Thank you! High five, everybody! High five!
The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee is back, but only for a limited time, so sign your business up today.
High five!
Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/21/25 for new customers with qualifying bundle. Current customers may be eligible depending on services and area. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Our bats are back, and the ballpark is rocking like 2001. I'm Dr. Ryan Stern with the Stern Sinus Center. For those of you sick of searching for another allergy medication, we offer a solution that will save you time, money, and frustration. Rynair is a simple, minimally invasive procedure that significantly reduces postnasal drip and stuffiness. We're taking new patients. Schedule your appointment in Auburn or Federal Way or go to sternsinus.com.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire, or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-266-3845. Again, that's 800-266-3845. 800-266-3845.
Endless hours of research, seeking referrals, dozens of calls. Hiring the right attorney can be a challenging process during an already difficult time. J.P. Pendergast with Pendergast Law explains.
In Washington State, Tom, there are thousands of attorneys to choose from. Referrals and online research can be helpful, but discovering the right attorney requires a conversation. It can be hard to identify integrity and authenticity without that interaction.
So, what do you recommend?
We encourage anyone looking for personal injury representation to call for a free consultation with our team before making a decision simply based on referrals or online research. Accident victims need an attorney that listens, demonstrates honesty, and is genuinely understanding of their unique circumstances. The care, attention, and preparation that our firm provides throughout the case mirrors the effort involved when taking on the insurance companies.
Save time and avoid mistakes after an injury. Contact the caring and compassionate team at Pendergast Law.
If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident, call Pendergast Law. We can help.
What's the most you ever lost on a coin toss?
It's time for Wyman and Bob to put their reputations on the line.
I need to know what I stand to win. Everything. Call it.
Say it! Say it! This is Call It Now.
Good answer. Like the way you think.
All right, time to make some predictions here, Dave. It's your favorite segment.
It's a very ominous opening.
Yeah, No Country for Old Men. That's one of the great villains of all time, Javier Bardem.
Yeah.
You saw that movie, right?
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Love it. That's one of those I'll see multiple times. Like Matt and I were talking about Seven.
Yeah. It's a great movie.
I saw it once. It's disturbing.
It is.
Very disturbing.
That's phenomenal. It made you feel something. It was good.
Made me feel a certain sort of way.
Certain type of way, yeah.
It wasn't good.
Yeah. All right, let's start with always the first question. Do the Hawks win or lose?
They win.
I'm with you.
We're getting a win.
We went through the schedule. So far, as we said, we've aced it. We're 1-1 after 2 games.
Well, I'll tell you what, in take 2, when we talked about how many, you got 4 players that are doubtful that are pretty instrumental.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Wyman Bob being the least, but he's my most anticipated rookie.
Yeah. You want to see him get going. But
but we weren't relying on him yet. He hadn't established himself.
Spoon.
Without Love and Witherspoon, I don't love
and
that
Sharps
at all.
now, too.
Yeah. Yeah. That's I don't love it, but I think the Hawks get it done at home. I just don't see Spencer Rattler does not beat this team. He doesn't beat this team. I'm saying it right now. I know he's off to a good start. He has yet to throw a pick. I think he throws his first pick of the season in this game, and I think he loses. But, all right, so we both have them winning. Do the Hawks score over or under 21.5 points?
I'm going to say over. I'm going to say over on this one. I feel like they've got it going. As far as the offense goes, they got to a lot more. It wasn't everything last week, but they got to the play action. You saw the one play where Arroyo was just wide open, which I would tell him, just put your head down and run as fast as you can, man. He was kind of like, I'm so open, I don't know where to go. But that was an indication that they are starting to get to the play action. That was something they didn't get to the first week. I think they're starting to open it up a little bit. They got a bunch of different stuff that they can run, especially with that fullback, multi-tight end sets. I think the offense is going to cruise, and it's going to be more than, if you'd have put the over-under at 30, I still would have said over.
Really? Yeah. They're going over 30. Okay. I'm going to take the over on 21.5 as well. I don't know if they go over 30, but I'll be happy if they do. So we both have them going over. Now, do the Hawks allow over or under 17.5? Because that's what they've done in the first 2 games. 17 points. One was a win, one was a loss.
Yeah, and based on, you're going to see Ty Okada and DeAnthony Bell. Yet Kendrick came in and filled in perfectly. Mm-hmm. He did drop an interception, but he got one later and made up for it. But I don't know. I'm just thinking that with those guys, and according to a good source, when Mike McDonald has them listed as doubtful, it's basically out.
Mm-hmm.
So your defense I think is going to be a little bit compromised there. So I'm going to say over on the 17.5.
I'm going to take the under. They've allowed 17 the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Again, Spencer Rattler's going to have to prove it to me, man. He's going to have to prove it to me. So maybe they go crazy running the ball, but he's going to have to show me. So I'm going to take the under on 17.5 points because they allowed 17 in each of the first 2 games. Yeah. And I don't see the Saints breaking that, but you're right. They do have a significant injury or 2 that they're dealing with, so it could impact that, but I'll take the under there. How about, now this is interesting, rushing the ball. The Hawks rush for over or under 100.5 yards in total. Now, Charbonnet looks like probably out.
Right.
K9 coming off a great week where he got a lot done in 13 carries, went over 100 yards in just 13 carries. You talked about Holani. We'll see what they do with anybody else, but what do you think? 100.5.
I'm going to go over on that one. I like Holani. He's really interesting player. He's got very low center of gravity. Guy has the shortest legs I've ever seen. He's the opposite of KJ Wright, and but I like how he's developed. Not just because he got the, he had a couple of carries that were good. He got the touchdown that he picked up in the end zone there. Handled that well. I don't think it's too big for him, and I think he's going to fit right in. And shoot, if you get K9 80 or 90, I feel like Sam Darnold also can pick up some yards with his legs. He's pretty athletic. We don't really give him that much credit for that, so I'm going over.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think I don't know if K9 gets over 100 again, but I think collectively they do with Darnold scrambles, whatever they do with Holani or anybody else they put in behind K9, so I'm going over on that. And then the final one, Sam Darnold, does he pass for over or under 250.5 yards?
I'm going to say under on that one, just because I think that's I don't know. I always got kind of hung up on Russell Wilson's stats when he would have a really good game and they'd get a win. It would be like, he's like 17 for 22, threw for, 210 yards and, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. I think that's kind of what we're going to see out of Sam Darnold. I'm not saying he's going to be like a manager of that position, but I think, I don't expect him to go out there and throw for over 250.
I'm going to take the over. He's coming off a week where he threw for almost 300 on the road against the Steelers defense that I think's got more in terms of what you need to deal with, whether you're talking about, TJ Watt or whatever they've got on that side of the ball. It just felt a more difficult circumstance in that stadium on the road, and he went out there and put up 295.
Yeah.
I think against the Saints team that they haven't given up a ton of points through 2 games. I mean, we're kind of still working blind as 2 games into the season, so hard to sense a trend. But I think he's going to go over 250.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take the over on that.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting going into last week. I was reading all the stuff on the plane trip to Pittsburgh, and the more you read, the more it was like, Kubiak said, "Hey, I'm proud of this guy. I was very impressed by the way he played." And then you went back and looked at that first game, and there was a couple drops in there. I believe the spike play is a pass attempt when you spike the ball. So, you start taking those away, and he was like an 80% passer. So, as far as completion percentage goes. So, yeah, he wasn't that bad in that first one. And then he just didn't get to the offense just because of the flow of the offense. But he also is a guy that looks like he's unfazed by things that go wrong. And I like that. And that's the opposite of how he was early on, right?
Yeah.
He was the guy that was on the sideline saying, "I'm seeing ghosts." He's an entirely different quarterback now. So, yeah.
Plus, he's at home.
Excited to see. Yeah.
That just gave me confidence that they bounced back from what was pretty lukewarm to not good offensive effort in game 1. It wasn't what we were hoping for. And then they have to take to the road to face the Steelers. And you're like, oh, boy, all right, what are they going to do here? And the offense looked good, and he looked good. Again, threw for 295. Now, first interception was horrible. There's no excusing that. The other one, tip ball, all right. But he made some great passes. I just like that he bounced back from what I thought was a tough game for the offense against the Niners. They went out there and did what they did, and he threw for 295 yards. So I see him now in the comfy confines of Lumen Field.
Yeah.
Going over 250.
Well, and then the pick that he threw to Jalen Ramsey was not good. And,
no, it was bad.
And that was pretty early on, and he repaired from that. So, yeah.
All right.
I like him.
Coming up, a big Mariners weekend, an important home game for the Seahawks. All of that on the table for this man to discuss and weigh in on. Paul Moyer is going to join us next for his weekly conversation right here with Wyman and Bob on your home for the Mariners playoff push, Seattle Sports and the Seattle Sports app.
It all comes down to this.
This is the series we circled so long ago.
The series that could decide the American League West begins tonight.
The first place tie with the Houston Astros.
Just knowing what's on the line now down the stretch.
It's there to be had.
You're heading into Houston? This is why you watch baseball.
Mariners Astros. First pitch at 5:10. Pre-game at 4. It's the push to the playoffs, and it's only on Seattle Sports on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
Hey, Brock Ewart here with some great news. I'm with Shannon O'Kelly, physical therapist and owner of IRG Physical and Hand Therapy. Shannon, you guys just increased your community coverage.
That's right, Brock. We like to say we're in your neighborhood. We have you covered here at IRG. We just added 2 fantastic locations. One is in Harbor Square in the Edmonds Bowl, and the other one is in the Mill Creek Town Center, right to the entrance to Mill Creek Town Center. So we'll be able to provide fantastic care to all of us and everybody's neighborhood.
You know I love it. Expert physical and hand therapy right in your neighborhood.
That's right. We're in your neighborhood. We want to be your neighborhood family physical therapist. We'll take care of you, your family, and your neighbor.
And remember, no referral needed. Just personalized care when and where you need it. Visit irgpt.com and schedule your appointment today. With over 40 convenient locations, IRG is right in your neighborhood, and now 2 new spots as well. That's irgpt.com, irgpt.com.
Imagine homes so well designed and so luxurious, they'll be setting the standard for decades. You're imagining a Mainview home. Now imagine a Mainview home on sale, saving $50,000 to $120,000.
Isn't that what Brett and Amy bought?
Yeah, it's a Mainview, and they saved a bundle.
What are you doing?
Looking at the Mainview website. It's now or never.
What's better than a Mainview home? A Mainview home on sale. Mainview communities across the Puget Sound.
Do you have a car you want to sell, but you just don't want to go through all the hassle? With all the scams and security risks out there, more and more people just aren't comfortable selling their own car. So how do you get the most money for your used car without having to sell it yourself? Stacy here with the answer. It's Wayscar Ford in Auburn. Not only will they purchase your car and pay you right up front for it, but it gets way better. Once they resell your old car, they share half that profit with you. The question I get most from friends and colleagues is, well, what's the catch? How can they offer this? It's actually super simple. All the money they save by not traveling to buy cars at auctions, like purchase fees, shipping, and travel expenses, is what allows them to offer this. They'd rather share that money they save with you rather than outside vendors. They encourage you to shop around, but look, if Wayscar Ford can pay the same or more as competitors and then share half their profit with you once they resell your car, why would you sell your car anywhere else? They've already shared over $800,000 with their customers, and it's only at Wayscar Ford. WayscarFord.com. Check them out today, WayscarFord.com.
Yay to Bruce, the streaming king.
With quantum fiber internet, he's gonna binge.
He wants more, he's got to have more.
More bedtime true crime.
More podcasts in the shower.
Quantum fiber Wi-Fi has the power. More.
Fast internet speed. He's got the gigs to go big. Bring him the games
right now.
And his royal we.
More sports non-stop. His quantum fiber's on top. Yay to you.
Switch today at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability, service, and speed in select locations only.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Dave Wyman here, and since I stopped playing football, we've been fortunate to live in the same house for over 20 years. That type of longevity is a good thing, except 20 years in the same house means a lot of things start to break. Most recently, it's our windows. Virtually every seal has broken, and that's why I reached out to Harley Exteriors. They're local, they're huge fans of our teams, and big listeners to the station. Better yet, they have the best product. Olympic Series windows offered exclusively through Harley Exteriors are manufactured in Washington, designed for Pacific Northwest homes and climate. That means cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter. To celebrate the start of football season, the guys at Harley Exteriors are offering no interest and no payments for an entire year. Also, buy one window and get the second one 40% off. And take another $200 off your entire project. Call 833-HARLEY. That's 833-HARLEY. Or go to harleyexteriors.com.
This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports. Seattle Sports Snapshot.
Well, it's the series we've all been waiting for. The Astros playing host to your Seattle Mariners. Game 1 coming your way this afternoon. A tremendous pitching matchup. Brian Wu, 14-7 with a 3.02 ERA, faces off against Hunter Brown, 12-7, 2.27 ERA. You can catch it all starting at 4 p.m. with the pregame show, 5:10 first pitch right here, Seattle Sports. on 710. Other games we'll be keeping an eye on. The Rangers playing host to the Marlins. You've got the Blue Jays and Royals getting together in Kansas City, as well as the Red Sox on the road to take on the Rays. Meanwhile, in the world of the NFL, barring a significant last-minute change, the 49ers will start Mac Jones at quarterback for a second consecutive week, this time against the Arizona Cardinals. Brock Purdy is listed as questionable as he works his way back from a toe injury that kept him out last week against the New Orleans Saints.
Snapshot, brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time.
This hour of Wyman and Bob is brought to you by K2 Vision RLE.
This is the moment many wait for.
The most entertaining.
A man of wisdom. A man of experience, Dave.
The most informative.
To bring light to a dark subject. To bring positivity to a negative world.
The incredible Paul Moyer.
Moyer out.
Oh, I wonder if he's feeling the anxiousness, the anticipation that we all feel heading into Game 1 coming up this afternoon. He's with us on the Emerald Queen Casino Sportsbook Hotline. He is Paul Moyer. Paul, how are you, man?
I'm good. What's going on? Is there something happening here in an hour and 15 minutes and 38 seconds?
You're going to be texting the Abandoned Boys.
Oh, we are. We just got off a little group text there. A couple people are in Colorado. That we're spread all around on this one, and I'm nervous. I'm going to be honest. I'm nervous. I'm hoping that Wu is up for this moment. He's pitched in the All-Star game. He's been nothing but good. But it's Houston, and I don't know. I feel like they're playing this underdog role. It bugs me. But, boy, I tell you what, if we come out and put a whooping on them, man, it's game over. It's game over. I just think that confidence level you know what? Here's the thing. They are confident. They're loose.
Hey Paul, hang on one sec. Let's put Paul on hold, see if we can get a good, clear signal, maybe get him to call back. I want people to hear what he's saying.
I think he went underwater there for a little while.
He's calling us from the pool.
Yeah.
In his palatial estate.
But
so he's doing laps.
I don't know. He sounded like he was going negative there a little bit.
He's a little nervous.
He's a little worried. So,
I get it.
Yeah.
We're all there. We're all there. I mean, Houston's been the boogeyman. Regardless, every year they are a good team, and I think what makes them even more scary this year is that they've done it, and they've been just riddled with injuries.
Yeah, they won't die.
Everybody of consequence, it feels like, has been hurt on that team, yet here they are, coming down to single-digit games left. They're big sluggers on the IL, but they got Isak Paredes coming back. They just have found a way to sit there, tied atop the division, tied with the Mariners 5 games apiece. It just sets up to be, I don't know. It's I don't know what to expect. Again, the numbers in this, at least game 1, tell you it should be a low-scoring game.
Yeah.
Right? You got one guy's got a 2.27 ERA, Brian Wu 3.02, which means it could be a shootout. And I think we got Paul back. Paul, are you back with us?
I hope so.
Okay, there we go. Sound like you were doing laps in your pool at your palatial estate there. So,
technology.
Yeah. So go ahead. You're feeling that anxiousness, and you're counting on Brian Wu hopefully to come through with a big performance here.
Yeah, well, I mean, I hope he's up for this moment. I think he is. I mean, he pitched in the All-Star game. He's been great this year, but it's Houston. I mean, it's just they know how to win, and I think it's more us as fans that we're not in it. I'm pretty confident the players are ready to go and will rise to the occasion. But until it happens, they're about to walk into a Lions den. I mean, Houston, this game probably will be close to sold out. They're going to be throwing those orange flags or towels around, and I'm nervous. We're a better team. They just got to go out and prove it. But I do believe it. If they win this game, man, I think it's game over. I think we run the table on these guys because I think this is such a confidence game. This first one on Friday here.
You're calling for a sweep if they win game 1?
I for sure 2 of 3, maybe a sweep. I do. This game
said
is
run the table.
So
I thought that
important.
meant sweep.
Yeah, let's go sweep. Let's go ahead.
Okay.
You know what they say having a strong opinion. We'll sweep them if we win this first one.
Okay. I like it. I like that.
What's your level of confidence with Luis Castillo right now? We just talked about how 3 quality starts in a row. It looked bad there for a while, Paul, but we were wondering, like, he's 32. Could this be it? But he's back to being the Rock. What do you?
Bounce back.
Yeah, I mean, where would you pitch him? Because we had that discussion, and Bob said, that go with Wu, and then I think you said Logan, and then possibly Luis Castillo instead of Kirby. We like to kind of tinker with, looking at the rotation and how they line up. But what do you think?
Well, last Friday, Bob and I had Hyphen on as a guest. And when we asked that, I was the guest with Hyphen there. Oh. But we talked. I said Wu deserves to start. And then I thought after that it should be Logan and then Kirby were my three. And it was tough between Kirby and Castillo. Castillo has the experience. To me, Miller's the easy one to slide into the bullpen. And then Hyphen made a good argument for me. And he said he would start Logan. And the reason why is you just let Logan go. Maybe he goes 4 innings and strikes out 13, 14 guys. But you now start Wu the next game because you're pretty confident you're going to get 6, maybe 7 innings out of him. So you can set your bullpen up accordingly. And then he believed Kirby. And I said, I like Kirby. Kirby's got basically a little over a week to just tighten it up a little bit. He's got to get that ball moving back into those corners that he was doing so well earlier. So I think those are probably the 3. But now you've got Castillo, who's a veteran guy. Man, I think that's a tough decision. I think it plays out because – yeah, it'd be great if we clinched by Friday next week and had the West locked up. But the number 2 seed is probably going to go down the last day. The wild card may come the last day, and if that's the case, you're just going to have to roll with your lineup. Because if you're a wild card, you don't have any break.
Okay, Paul, it's happening again. I don't know what's happening here, but let's put him on hold if we can, Matt, and see if we can. I don't know. Where is he? Do we know? Is he at home or is he?
He could be anywhere.
He's a traveling man.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
he could be on a plane right now.
Well, see if it sounds like it was a solid connection for a bit there, but yeah. It just that becomes hard to tell what the hell he's saying there. And you don't want to waste Paul's words. They're gold.
Oh, I know.
You don't want to waste them.
What do you say in the open? Many wait for is the voice that many wait for.
Yeah, that's
something
right.
like that.
Yeah.
Man of respect.
Man of experience, Dave.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll try to get him back.
But yeah, I mean, I think everybody feels that way. And you look at the texters, people texting about how excited they are. I got our P1, our guy Greg Heck that comes down every year, and for spring training, he's all fired up and sending me his answers of what should take place today. And yeah. I mean, I think everybody. This is like Christmas morning.
Well, we've been talking about it for so long. I mean, think about it. We've been pointing to this stretch of games with the Royals and the Astros back to back, and going, man, that could be the season right there. Because for the longest time, the Royals were nipping at the Mariners' heels. They were a game back. They were right there, and we're going, oh boy, that series could mean the world. Followed by the Astros. So we've been sort of circling it on the calendar for a long time, and it's here. And it got here quick. Remember, we were just like.
Yeah.
There's only 25 games left. Pretty soon it'll be single digits, and here we are, 9 games to go.
Well, and then, the fact that also the further intrigue is that you're tied with them as far as the series goes. The 13 games that you play them, it's 5-5 right now.
All right, third time's a charm, Dave.
Okay.
Third time's a charm. We got Paul Moyer back. Paul, I don't know where you're at, or if you're moving around, just hold still. I don't know.
Well, I had to have Lefko actually call my cell phone. You never call the cell phone for better reception. I was actually in my office, which is a landline. So
wow.
I don't know. Hopefully, the Mariners start better than we did today. So, not good. But yeah, I think the pitching matchup, guys, it's just going to play out towards the end of the year. I mean, we're going to be fighting for either a wild card spot or the number 2 seed in the AL West. It's going to go to the final Sunday. And if that's the case, unless we get the number 2 seed and get a bye, then the pitching matchups are set. I mean, you're just going to have to roll with your order. So, but I like the 3 we got going. I really do. And, hopefully Castillo makes it a tough decision on who that third pitcher is. But for me, Logan first, probably Wu second, and then whoever he feels got the best matchup third.
Paul, one thing I was throwing out there, I want to get your take on this as well. I threw it out to Dave and to Charlie Furbush, and that is in light of what's gone on with Matt Brash, who struggled a bit. The month of September has been really rough. 6 appearances, an ERA of 7.94. Mariners should have swept Kansas City had he not blown up in Game 2. Would you consider a switch with him and Bizzardo, who I've been beating the drum for, and he could blow up too. It happens to everybody, but in his last 17 appearances, he's given up just 1 run. Over his last 26 outings, he's given up 4 total runs. 3 of them came in 1 game, so he had 1 dud game. But over 26 outings, 25 2/3 innings, he's got a 1.4 ERA. And if Brash is, I don't know if he's got soggy arm, if he's feeling tired, he needs a break. At this point, Bizzardo's earned enough of my confidence that I would put him in that spot and give Brash a break. What do you think?
I agree. Look, this is prove it, Grundon. Look, I think you put Brash in that 7th inning. You have enough arm matchups that if it doesn't work, you pull him after 3 batters. And you're right. I think he's earned it there. And here's the thing. The bullpen may look very different in the playoffs. But let's just say tonight and the rest of the stretch, man, you don't have time to worry about feelings. If he can't get that sweeper working, if he can't control it, if it's not enticing batters enough, it's just not there, man. You got to work through that. So, yeah, this isn't about feelings anymore. This is about who's pitching the best. And unfortunately, Brash. And by the way, Bannon boys brought that up in the game that he gave up the 4 runs in that 8th inning. They said, hey, it's time to make the move on the setup.
They collectively said that.
Yeah.
It was a majority. Okay.
Dave, are you included yet? Or
No.
Okay.
No. We've all decided, we've already established that is not a good idea.
That dream's dead.
For me to be in. Yeah. I ruined it. I basically ruined it. Hey, Paul, when you look at the lineup right now, I mean, Eugenio Suarez obviously broke out of his slump in good fashion, although he went 0 for yesterday. But I'm looking at, where's the weak spot as far as, I guess you could say Suarez just because of that slump. But, Canzone, who's in the lineup today, is the DH, man. He had an unbelievable 3 home run game. I mean, is there anyone that you aren't entirely you don't trust in that lineup as you go up and down and look at it? Rosarena, Raleigh, Rodriguez, Naylor, Polanco, Suarez, Canzone, Robles, and Crawford.
And I even think Suarez, we know what we can get when he can go 0 for 10 and then he pops 2 home runs. I mean, that's Suarez. I mean, you hope he gets hot here at the end and starts making a little bit more contact. Robles, I'd like to see him, making a little bit more contact too. But no, I think, Garver makes me nervous, at times. I don't think we'll see him a whole bunch in this stretch run. I mean, I think, you're going to put Cal behind the plate pretty much every game the rest of the way. And I think we have enough matchups now with lefties, righties. You're just going to go with that hot hand. So I feel good. Obviously, there's some guys that are better. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Cole Young is just – he's gone. I mean, he's disappeared. I've made a case. I go, I would have brought Ben Williamson up. I would have brought him up. And it's not that, you say, hey, you're taking Suarez's place. But there might be moments where you say, you know what, we need him for defense. And Suarez is good, but he doesn't get to nearly as many balls as Ben Williamson would get. You get a little bit more speed there. I don't know. At this point, you're just going to play the guys you have that have gotten you here. But I think that would have been a nice pickup for us just in case. But I think the answer to your question, Dave, is it's a dangerous lineup. Every once in a while, we already know it. Every pitcher, it's like the NFL, can have a day and shut you down. If they're on target, if they're hitting their spots, you're going to make hitters not look good. But for the most part, we got a lineup that I think most pitching staffs have to worry about.
Yeah, and then you look at today's game, Paul, and you got 2 studs going, right? You got Brian Wu, who's got an ERA of 3.02, going up against Hunter Brown, who's got an ERA of 2.27, which tells you, all right, this is going to be a low-scoring affair, or it should be, which means it's going to be a shootout, right? It's going to be a 9-7 final or something like that.
Yeah, my thought is we're going to need to score 5 runs though tonight. It's a gut. I think Woo's not going to give up 4 or 5, but I just got a feeling Woo's going to give up 3 through 6 innings, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? I mean,
quality start.
It gives you a chance to win it. For some reason, I like the matchup on Brown. I know his numbers are good. He's 12-7 with a 2.2 ERA. I mean, that's spectacular. But I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like we match up well with him. So I think we're going to score some runs. I think it's going to take 5 tonight. Throwing shutouts like Castillo threw the other day, man, those are just tough. And there's going to be, the playoffs start today. That atmosphere, that feeling that every pitch is critical. So 5's going to do it tonight.
Paul, I was listening to you and Bump last night, breaking it down. How are you feeling this week? We just got some pretty bad injury news that, it looks like guys that are doubtful are going to be out, and Julian Love being one of them. Looking at Charbonnet, Spoon, of course, and Eamon Worry. But how are you feeling about this matchup with the Saints?
Well, I watched New Orleans and San Francisco, and, my comment when I was on the show last night with Bump was, man, we're going to kick ourselves for losing that game to the 49ers. They're not that good. New Orleans and San Francisco didn't look that good. But guess what? They got players. I mean, they got, great wide receiver. They got a great running back. They've got some guys on the defensive line that are a problem. Their secondary has been a challenge. So, we can do things there. But we're so good defensively up front, that front 7. We're so good, you guys. We put pressure. That pocket collapses constantly with 4 guys rushing. Yeah. Purdy was uncomfortable. I mentioned Aaron Rodgers looked like he was 28 years old against the Jets. He looked like he was 45 versus us. And that's the type of defense we have. We can rush for it. Well, there you go. He looks his age now.
Yeah.
But I think we're so good up front. It's really hard for teams to run on us. Do I love having Julian Love out and Witherspoon out? No. I mean, now you're really getting into your depth. And they have speed. These guys, they got some guys who can run. They got 2 or 3 guys who are world-class sprinters. So that always makes you nervous. But we're a better football team than they are. I loved what we did last week, and I really think Sam Darnold is a legit quarterback. I mean, some of the throws he made, he got hit right in the chin twice, and he just flicked his wrist. I mean, it was kind of Aaron Rodgers, how that ball spun off his hand, and they hit him right in the chest. I mean, the receivers. And one was the first third down one to JSN, and they ran a kind of a tech stunt, Dave, from the offense's right side, defense's left. And the guy hit Darnold right in the and he couldn't really see. He had a little tiny opening between the guard and tackle, and somehow he got it through, and he hit JSN right in the chest on an in route. And then the touchdown to Horton. I don't know how that wasn't a penalty. I mean, they decapitated him. I mean, he really had whiplash on that play. That should have been a flag also. So I'm impressed with what Darnold's doing, and I think our running game is going to continue to get better. We got to clean some things up still in the front. I mean, there's a couple of breakdowns in protection. There's some blown assignments. Bradford, it seemed like he had a couple. I hate calling that out because I'm not sure exactly how they teach some of the zone blocking. But once we clean some of that up, we're moving people. And, obviously K9's electric when he's healthy. So he's going to get a lot of carries this week.
Yeah, well, especially if Charbonnet is not going to be there available. We'll see George Holani get some time out there. And I agree with you on Darnold. I mean, I thought, that one interception aside, which it was a horrible throw, he made some brilliant throws in that game and threw for almost 300 yards. So do you feel like this offense is one that will continue as the season goes on? It's going to take a while for them to sort of peak or find their rhythm, or do you feel like, all right, they're right there, they're ready, maybe it happens this game, or is it going to take longer?
Yeah, no, I think it's going to take longer. They're starting to find, look, they opened the game plan up for Darnold last week against 49ers. It was just way too conservative. But that was the game plan. We're going to run it. We're going to keep it, into the fourth quarter, let our defense see if they can make some plays to win. And guess what? The game plan was right. We just didn't make the plays. Last week they opened it up a bit and let him make some tough throws. And I thought, again, he has a very good feel in the quick game. He's very accurate. I mean, and he's mobile right now. And so I think it's going to take a while for us to go, wow, okay, this is an offense is a challenge to deal with defensively. I still like to see a few more explosive plays. I think those will come. The protection and run game, it's going to get better and better because we're so young out there. But I like what I see. And, I mentioned this last night too. It's early, but, man, the trade of Geno Smith and DK looking pretty good for the Seahawks right now. Yeah. I mean, Geno Smith looked horrible, not to dog him or anything. It's one of the worst games I've seen him play, but he is not trajectorying the right way.
Yeah. Well, he leads the league in interceptions through 2 games.
And they were bad interceptions. And his strength is accuracy. He wasn't accurate, particularly in the middle of the field. And, he's got to be a really good player. So I like where it is. I mean, DK was very quiet, obviously had the 1 touchdown. We do need to make an adjustment. We've had 3 touchdowns thrown on us down by the goal line, the exact same type of routes. We're playing in the end zone. We're playing off in the end zone, and they're running these speed cuts right on the end zone, and it's an easy throw. So we got to clean that part up. But overall, look, I think we're a good football team. I do. I think we're definitely going to beat New Orleans. I say definitely. We should. And we got a chance to be in, right where we want to be at 2-1 after 3 games.
Well, Paul, as always, we appreciate it. Great stuff. And let's hope next week we're talking about the glory of another sports weekend that went Seattle's way, where the Mariners blow through the Astros and the Seahawks come up with another win. We come in on Monday just in full celebration mode.
Oh, man. Amen. I mean, next week, Mariners, obviously. Thursday, Seahawks. We got Ryder Cup. We got Dodgers Cup. It could be the greatest week in Seahawk history in sports. Let's go.
All right. There we go. Paul, have a great weekend, man.
Thanks, Paulie.
All right, guys. Appreciate it.
There you go. There's Paul Moyer with us each and every week. If you missed any part of that, you can find it on the podcast page after the show at seattlesports.com. Football Fridays are powered by the Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Coming up, what does Derick Hall expect out of this Seahawks defense on Sunday? Well, we'll ask him about that when he joins us next. It's Wyman and Bob right here on your home for the first place Seattle Mariners, Seattle Sports on 710.
It all comes down to this.
This is the series we circled so long ago.
The series that could decide the American League West begins tonight.
The first place tie with the Houston Astros.
Just knowing what's on the line now down the stretch,
it's there to be had.
You're heading into Houston? This is why you watch baseball.
Mariners Astros. First pitch at 5:10. Pre-game at 4. It's the push to the playoffs, and it's only on Seattle Sports on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
Another beautiful day outside. I rode the bike into work today. I'm taking advantage of these days while they're here because we know soon enough they won't be. But a lot of you out there doing the same thing, you riders out there, and some of you have texted in talking about the injuries you've sustained in a motorcycle crash. And hopefully you're okay. But if you're somebody that has been involved in a crash and you're talking to law firms, here's what you don't do. Don't settle for a firm that tells you they're motorcycle lawyers. Trust the ones who actually live it. That's Law Tigers. They've been a part of the writing community for nearly a quarter century nationwide, and they are there when you need them. You get into an accident, you're looking for help, you're looking for answers, and they are there 24/7, 365 days a year, because writers deserve real support when they are most in need. Law Tigers is the resource writers can turn to when they're in need, and you see them everywhere. They're very present. You see them out there supporting all the clubs and shops at all the events. You see the vans, the tents, the billboards. Law Tigers are always there by your side. And even better, your case evaluation, totally free. There are no fees until your case settles. They don't get paid until you get paid. And they're going to help you get your gear and your bike repaired or replaced because they know how much all of that means to you. You never ride alone with the Law Tigers, Washington's motorcycle lawyers. Jimmy Cook, 539 Broadway, Unit 104, Tacoma, Washington, 98402.
Luxury has arrived at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. The hotel is open and you can book now at snocasino.com. The destination spa, the expanded non-smoking gaming floor, the big 2,000-seat entertainment space and convention center, and yeah, the new restaurants, food venues as well. Effortless style and the utmost in relaxation. Go to snocasino.com to book. Seattle's closest is now Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Mom, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotion. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. Consequently, they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Dial pound 250 and say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer lets you easily compare direct rates from different insurance companies, so you can be confident you're getting the right one, even if it's not with Progressive. Way more confident than you were when you tried online gaming. Who knew 12-year-old boys could be so mean? And where did they learn to swear like that? 2 hours of losing to these underage trash talkers, and you're starting to question if maybe you really should stick to pickleball and other boomer stuff. So use Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer and be confident you're getting insurance that's right for you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
One of the greatest bands in rock history, The Who, present The Song Is Over, the North American Farewell Tour. See Pete Townsend and Roger Daltrey, The Who, live in Seattle, performing at Climate Pledge Arena September 25th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. The Who, for the very last time. For more, visit thewho.com.
Big Trees is Washington's premier tree sales and transplant company. With over 30 years of experience, Big Trees provides trees of all sizes for residential and commercial projects. Our 30-acre nursery features thousands of trees and hundreds of varieties that thrive in our Pacific Northwest climate. For hours, directions, and to see our wide selection of trees, visit BigTreeSupply.com.
Beauty, privacy, instantly. Big Trees.
When the weather changes, your home shouldn't be the one left unprepared. Hi, I'm Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors here. We offer the strongest solutions in roofing, siding, decking, windows, and gutters, made for the Pacific Northwest. And right now, get 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 24 months or up to $3,000 off your next project. No gimmicks, no stress, just reliability you can count on. Visit stateroofing.com or call 866-ROOF-ROOF to schedule your free estimate today.
State Roofing, the best roof you'll ever need. We meet by accident, fixing every last bit. Accurate Auto Body.
If you've been in an auto accident, you have the right to take your vehicle to any repair facility. Accurate Auto Body has been family owned and operated since 1994, and they work for you, not your insurance company. Your insurance company may not love them, but you will, because
we meet by accident, fixing every last bit. Accurate Auto Body.
This hour of Wyman and Bob is brought to you by K2 Vision RLE.
Wyman and Bob.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
Weekdays 2 to 7.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Seahawks getting set for the New Orleans Saints coming up this weekend. And Dave, I could see this guy coming up with a big play. How about a tip pass for an interception or maybe a big sack when it matters most? I feel it. We'll see if he feels it. He's with us on the Emerald Queen Casino Sportsbook Hotline. Derick Hall is with us. Derick, how are you, man?
I'm doing great. Thank y'all for having me.
Well, it's good to talk to you as always. Which of those two would you prefer? A tip pass for an interception, or just able to plant Spencer Rattler into the turf?
Definitely a sack. Definitely a sack over a tip pass any day. But man, I'm prepared. I think this team's prepared, and we're ready to go. Looking forward to Sunday.
Hey, Derick, one of the things I've noticed about you, you are a punisher of pulling guards, man. Guards must hate you. But is that something that you try to set the tone early as far as physicality goes? Like you try to set the tone like you're going to be in for a long day here?
For sure. And I think that's something that's something I've always stood by. You know, just trying to be physical, go out and be a dominant force and let you know, like, no matter what you do, like, you just going to have to accept it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. And I think when you get that mentality, and I think us as a whole, as a defense, we've built that mentality for ourselves. I think, man, when you go out and do that, man, you can play free, you can play fast, and you obviously, you know, you get honed in on your details, and, you know, you're prepared and ready to go. But, man, when you play like that, I think it's second to none. But that's definitely, you know, my goal to go out and set that tone every single Sunday by putting my physicality and my body on the line for this team.
Derick, how comfortable is this defense now? You had a season under your belt from last year with Coach McDonald the first year. Now you go through training camp and knowing, I assume, what to expect, terminology, all of that. How much easier was it this offseason going into the regular season as compared to last year?
Night and day. And although Mike is like, everything's in, everything is never in. With Mike, man, football guru, he knows the game in and out, so he always come up with something, you know, to put in. But, man, it's night and day between last year and this year with all the schemes, all the concepts, and everything that he has on the defensive side of the ball, and being able to know exactly what to expect, even though there may be a little wrinkle here and there, and be able to go out and play fast and play free. It's just a world of difference. You're not thinking so much. You're able to lock in on your keys and move forward and play football. So I think it's really huge for not only myself, not only the D-line, but the defense as a whole to go out and just play so free and be so confident in what you're doing.
Hey, Derick, so as far as the edge rushers go, how would you say your style, what is your style of pass rushing? And then tell us a little bit about Uchenna and Moyer, and if you guys kind of share things and try to feed off of each other as far as, you know, what you're doing on the field, your style.
Yeah, I think for me personally, everybody know I'm a phrase train. I'm a power guy.
Yeah.
You know, the first rush, no matter what, I don't care if it's short, I don't care if it's deep, I'm running through you, and that'll set up everything else. So that'll set up, you know, all my counters off of that, whether that be bull snatch or trapping outside on or whatever. Then you get into Moyer, who's a speed guy. So, you know, he runs his speed and being able to turn the shoulders and get the tackle to jump, being able to work his cross chop, being able to move and then set him down and go to power. Then you got Chenna, who's just a variety of it all. He can go speed, he can go power. D-Law the same way. He can go speed, he can go power, and being able to use their quickness to their advantage. And then when you combine all four of those together and being able to go out and say, okay, what's this guy giving you? Okay, I'm going to set him up for you so you can do this. You know, he's running off the ball and do this and do that. I think we complement each other really, really well, being able to go out and affect the pass on the edge. So I'm really excited about what we have, what we're building, the chemistry that we have in the outside backer room.
Hey, Derick, was there a feeling amongst you guys on the defensive side of the ball that, hey, we may have to carry things for a bit? All of the change was on offense. New quarterback, new receivers, new linemen, new coaches, new schemes. So everything's so new, you figure it might take a while for them to find the rhythm, and that maybe the defense would have to kind of carry the load for a bit?
I don't think that's the case. You know what they say, offense wins games, defense wins championships. So we carry that weight regardless of the situation, because if they don't score, they can't win, right? So I think that's huge for us, but I don't think we were looking at like we got to carry the team because the offense is this and that. I mean, when you have playmakers on both sides of the ball, they're going to carry their weight, and I feel like the offense is doing a great job. But on the defense side of the ball, it's a eat or die situation for us, you know, on defense side of the ball. So we try to go out and put our best foot forward every single week, not worried about, you know, all the offense this, the offense that, man. We're going out, we're one cohesive unit, we're putting our best ball together on all three phases. So I think that's the way we approach it.
Derick, when I asked about style, I guess I left DeMarcus Lawrence out of it there. But, yeah, him too, also coming off the edge. Tell us about, like, his leadership. I think I was in the linebacker room. I think, do you sit next to him in the meeting rooms, I think? And I'm just curious, like, what he has brought to this team.
Yeah, correct. In the meeting room, I sit by the two oldest OGs. It's me, Leo, and then D-Law. So it's like I'm right there in the middle grabbing all the knowledge, you know, all the context, you know, all the situations and the way they see and view things. But D-Law brings a a very passionate level of play to the game. I mean, you can tell the dude's 12, 13 years in, and he runs to the ball like he's in year 2. So, he just have that drive and that passion for the game. All-time great player. It was good when we brought him in. I've learned a lot from him, and he's just continued to help me grow my game, but not help me grow my game as much as the team. So, I feel like it's great. He's helping me, but also helping the defense get to where we want to go, and that's to be the best in the world.
Derick, you had 8 sacks last season. Do you come into this season with a goal? Do you set markers for yourself individually?
Not so much, honestly. Like, I've never been an individual goal guy. I feel like if you play hard, play within the scheme, everything else is going to take care of itself. I can't lie, the first few weeks have been kind of frustrating, getting there a lot, getting a lot of pressure, not being able to get them on the ground. But, everybody know how this game goes. Once you're on, you're hot, you're cooking. So, man, we're just trying to stay poised, stay controlled, keep doing the work, and the work will take care of everything else. So, me, myself, I really don't set an individual goal, on what I want this and what I want that. I just try to go out and put my best foot forward and let the rest take care of itself.
Hey, Derick, so you played at Auburn. Tell us how the Lumen Field, how the 12s match up to Auburn. Auburn's pretty loud, pretty crazy place, but so are the 12s. How does that match up?
It's a great matchup. Being able to take advantage of that noise and that crowd at Auburn, and then transferring here in Seattle, and having the 12s have your back and yelling, man. When you feed them big plays, you feed them energy. It's nothing like it, and I think it matches up pretty well. So the War Eagle and the screaming at Pat Field is great, and then also being here and being with the 12s and the passion and love that they share for their Seahawks is nothing like it. So it reminds me a lot of that Auburn football days.
Well, more importantly, Auburn gets their first tough test this weekend on the road against Oklahoma. What's going to happen? What's going to happen there?
Oh, War Down's winning. Auburn wins 24-17. That's my prediction.
Uh-oh. All right. Nice. Specific. 24-17. Mark that down.
Yep.
Hey, you still into building big, huge trucks, Derick?
I am.
Tell us about your latest one.
Yeah, actually this off season I bought some land back home, and I built myself a shop, a 5,000 square foot shop for me to keep all my toys and my vehicles, and then also for me to do a little work. So this off season I built it's a 2019 my other 5th gen. It's white. It's called WHYMAN, but that's the name I gave. I'm a big Kobe fan, and the truck is white, so white with the Mamba mentality. So that's what I called it. I put a big kit on it. It's like a 30-inch resurrected fab, fully air ride kit. So it was the first big kit I've done myself. As always, like I said, I've done a few of the trucks, but this was my first big task. And I did it in 4 weeks. I drove it back to Seattle. I hauled it all the way back myself on the trailer, and it's here. It'll be here with me all season. So it's pretty good to get away. Everybody know that's my getaway, so that's my thing. But yeah, that's the latest one I've done.
He's got a trailer even for his truck.
Oh, he's not messing around.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
He's not messing around.
That's professional.
Hey, quickly, before we let you go, how many trucks do you have? How many have you put together that are in your shop there?
7. I have 7.
Wow. Okay. One for every day of the week. Perfect.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Derick, it's always fun to talk to you, man. We really appreciate you taking the time, and, of course, wish you nothing but the best against the Saints this weekend and the rest of the season. Thanks so much.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all so much for taking time. Go Hawks.
There you go. There's Derick Hall. If you guys didn't catch all of that conversation, you'll be able to find it on the podcast page after the show at SeattleSports.com. Just click the podcast tab, scroll down to our picture, click on that, and it'll be right there waiting for you after the show, as it is each and every night. Meanwhile, we got a couple of big games on our platforms this Sunday. Here's where you can find everything. You can catch the Mariners-Astros series finale on either the Seattle Sports app or on AM 770. Meanwhile, the Seahawks face the Saints in a game you can hear on the app as well or on 710 AM. So you got a few options there. Meanwhile, we got a strong list of WHYMAN candidates plus. Last chance to get your mean texts in at 866-979-3776.
Let's go, idiots.
All of that is coming your way next with Wyman and Bob right here on your home for the Mariners playoff push, Seattle Sports on 710.
It all comes down to this.
This is the series we circled so long ago.
The series that could decide the American League West begins tonight.
The first place tie with the Houston Astros.
Just knowing what's on the line now down the stretch.
Every game right now is big.
It's there to be had.
We believe in each other and we're ready to fight.
Mariners, Astros. First pitch at 5:10. Pre-game at 4. It's the push to the playoffs. And it's only on Seattle Sports on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
It's Dave Wyman for Harley Exteriors, and since I stopped playing football, we've been very fortunate to live in the same house for over 20 years. And that type of longevity obviously is a good thing, except 20 years in the same house means a lot of things start to break. And most recently, it's been our windows. Virtually every seal has broken, and that's why I reached out to Harley Exteriors. They're local, they're huge fans of our teams, and they're big listeners at the station here, and better yet, they have the best product. Olympic Series windows are offered exclusively through Harley Exteriors, and they're manufactured right here in Washington, designed for Pacific Northwest homes and climate. And that means cooler in the summer, warmer in the winter. And because we celebrate the start of football season around here, I talked with the guys at Harley Exteriors, and they're going to offer no interest and no payments for an entire year during the month of September. Also, buy one window and get the second one 40% off. And also, they will take another $200 off your entire project. So to get a hold of them, call 833-HARLEY. That's 833-HARLEY, or go to harleyexteriors.com.
If you're 55 or older, T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network.
Hey, it's Dr. Coogan from Eastside Weight Loss Clinic. We've been fortunate to work with over 4,000 local people and help them hit some pretty amazing weight loss goals. I'm joined by two of them right now, Mike Salk and Ryan Rowland-Smith. Mike, you were able to lose about a pound per day for over a month, 35 pounds in total.
Well, as much as I'd love to take all the credit, really, I was just following the plan. Eastside Weight Loss Clinic made it super easy, and there really was no part I struggled with. I was eating delicious, fresh food, all while losing weight. The accountability from your team was great. It just helped me keep the focus. I felt catered to the entire way, and I think Ryan really had a similar experience.
No doubt about it. I just finished up the program, and I can't believe how well it worked. I wish I would have started sooner. Talk about motivation. So, thanks for the recommendation.
No surgery, no exercise, no packaged meals, no drugs or injections. Just delicious food and a plan that works. Schedule a free 15-minute consultation today at eastsideweightlossclinic.com.
Dr. Ryan Coogan, D.C. Results may vary.
Imagine homes so well designed and so luxurious, they'll be setting the standard for decades. You're imagining a Mainview home. Now imagine a Mainview home on sale, saving $50,000 to $120,000.
Isn't that what Brett and Amy bought?
Yeah, it's a Mainview, and they saved a bundle.
What are you doing?
Looking at the Mainview website. It's now or never.
What's better than a Mainview home? A Mainview home on sale. Mainview communities across the Puget Sound.
When it comes to the security of your business, doubts can creep in about who you're trusting to protect it. Are they a reliable service? How will I know if something happens? Are they keeping everyone safe? At Bay Alarm, we got you. For nearly 80 years, we've been putting our customers' minds at ease with our advanced technology and personalized support. Feeling insecure about your current security service? Visit bayalarm.com today to talk to a local security expert.
One of the greatest bands in rock history, The Who, present The Song Is Over, the North American Farewell Tour. See Pete Townsend and Roger Daltrey, The Who, live in Seattle, performing at Climate Pledge Arena September 25th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. The Who, for the very last time.
The song is over.
For more, visit thewho.com.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Luxury has arrived at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. The hotel is open and you can book now at snocasino.com. The destination spa, the expanded non-smoking gaming floor, the big 2,000-seat entertainment space and convention center, and yeah, the new restaurants, food venues as well. Effortless style and the utmost in relaxation. Go to snocasino.com to book. Seattle's closest is now Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel.
Tell me why.
Why, man? Why?
Lunch has been canceled today due to lack of hustle. Deal with it.
He's a habitual line stepper.
What were you thinking? What are you doing?
Why are you the way that you are?
It's the WHYMAN of the week.
It is time for WHYMAN, which is presented by Mazda of Everett. We'll do mean text coming up here in a few moments, so you still got a couple minutes at 866-979-3776 to get your mean text in. We'll start with something you saw in person, Dave. You witnessed this firsthand, and I saw a video of it after the fact. And this was the national anthem being sung at the Seahawks-Steelers matchup last week by the lead singer of Iron Maiden, Bruce Dickinson. Now, I like Iron Maiden. I like the first 4 albums a whole bunch, and then everything after that, whatever. But I heard this, and I was like, what in the world is this? And I seem to be in the minority because the video I sent Lefko, all of the comments, one after another, were like, he nailed it. That was amazing. That's the best thing I've ever heard. And I'm going, wait, what?
That's not what I heard.
Yeah, well, here's for those who didn't. Here's a snippet of Bruce Dickinson singing the national anthem in the Steelers-Seahawks matchup last weekend in Pittsburgh.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars show the perilous fight. All the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
enough.
look,
That's
again,
enough.
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
That was not good. He started out in a different key. He was he had a little different melody going there in the beginning. I don't know what he was doing, but
I have to say, man, this is I think this is my 8th year with Rabel, and standing there. Of course, I guess I did that when we did pre and post game, but it's the only time I've ever heard a bad anthem singer. Like, it was bad. And I was standing there in the booth, and I turned around and looked, and Brenna Rogers was, she's working with us now and running the show and everything. I look back, and she looks at me and mouths, "He's bad."
Yeah,
and I was like, oh my God, it was terrible.
I didn't. And then again, the comments, I was reading the comments going, oh man, he's going to be wearing it. And one after another was like, that was the best ever. He rules. Bruce is the man. They should have him do it every time. I'm like, what am I missing? What is going on here? I thought it was horrible.
One of the best ever was The Rock's wife, and I can't remember her name, but she did a phenomenal job. It was down in L.A. I don't know if she's famous or of note, but anyway, she was fantastic. But usually that's what you get.
That wasn't.
No,
sorry,
it's not good.
Sorry, Bruce. Cut number 2. This is Joe Espada, manager of the hated Houston Astros, when he was asked about putting Yordan Alvarez on the IL.
Joe, you guys going to put him on the IL? Did you just heard what I said? That this is going to take some time. I know, but I'm wondering for your roster. Are you going to play a man short? Listen, one day at a time, gentlemen. Okay? I'm not going to give you days, weeks, what we're going to do next. You're just going to have to sit down and wait, okay?
Is it, you put on the uniform, you become a jerk?
Yeah.
Is that what happens?
That's what happens.
You not hear what I just said? Wow. Yeah. It just, hey, good. Makes it even easier to root against him.
Yeah.
Even easier. Not that it was tough before.
No, you're right. I mean, it's uncanny how everyone, even Little Jose Altuve, the little creep, as you call him.
Yeah, that's right. And then our final installment is Gerald McCoy makes an insane prediction for DK Metcalf.
Record for a wide receiver in a revenge game is Jerry Jeudy with 235 yards. I boldly predict that today DK Metcalf will have 236 or more yards in a revenge game.
And that's a good defense.
And he was only off by a little over 200 yards. I mean, right there, Gerald. You were right there. Just another 200 plus. Call it good. So there you go. There's our Wyman of the week presented by Mazda of Everett. Let's get to mean text. How'd they do on short notice, Lefko?
You know, they never really come through. I'm always disappointed. There were some good ones. A lot of short notice, sure. We'll see. We'll see if they do better next week. Yeah, that DK Metcalf prediction, by the way, he's never even come close to 200 yards. So it was out there. But
well, he was going to be a genius.
It's
that happened.
Joe in Bellevue says, I thought Dave was doing better being a klutz. Then I find out he's broken every window seal in his house.
I didn't break them. They just broke. That's how that goes. Can I read this 253? This is really good. I even texted back to him. He said, this show sucks so bad that even an Etsy witch couldn't save it. P.S. Dave is an idiot. Nice work, 253.
Well, is he right?
No.
Okay.
You know that, Mike.
Yes. All right. 253 says, man, what is it with old people and technology on this show? They said that after we were having phone troubles with Paul Moyer.
Oh. Yeah, that was a landline.
Yeah.
Jeez.
His office did not like us. It was trying to keep us censored, I guess. I don't know.
Well, now we're getting people that are blowing. You guys are too critical. The guy is a heavy metal singer, not Whitney Houston. I'm a fan of his. I just said it. Iron Maiden, Killers, Number of the Beast, Peace of Mind. I'm with him up through all those records. Yeah. He's a great singer. That was not a good rendition. Sorry. It is what it is.
And then people are sending in other bad performances, like Roseanne Barr.
Oh, that was. I think she was trying to be funny. I don't.
Yeah,
she clearly can't sing. No. So, yeah, there have been worse renditions. That's not the worst I've ever heard, but it wasn't good.
Yeah, but NFL typically, I don't remember many bad ones, but that one stood out.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
One good one to finish it up here. Carter from Tacoma gets a shot in about all of us. If Wyman's grass were any more dead, it would look like Lefko's love life. Bob seems like he just randomly karate chops every vending machine he walks by, just in case something falls loose.
The old karate chop.
Just randomly. See if I can shake something loose here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not bad, texters.
Is that, you want to end on that one?
That's it. We'll end on that one.
All right. Give your official prediction. How many games out of the 3 do they win?
They win the first 2, and they win the series.
Okay. Dave?
I'm going all 3.
A sweep?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. We'll find out exactly how they do. Have a great weekend, everybody. If you missed anything from today's show, you can find it on the podcast page at seattlesports.com. Talk to you on Monday.
It all comes down to this.
This is the series we circled so long ago.
The series that could decide the American League West begins tonight.
The first place tie with the Houston Astros.
Just knowing what's on the line now down the stretch.
It's there to be had.
You're heading into Houston? This is why you watch baseball.
Mariners, Astros. First pitch at 5:10. Pre-game at 4. It's the push to the playoffs, and it's only on Seattle Sports on 710 and the Seattle Sports app.
Switching bath soap from sandalwood to tropical essence? That's glamping in the rainforest. Sometimes a different way is the better way. Like the SR 509 Expressway near SeaTac. Tolling September 29th. Free Good to Go sticker pass at goodtogo509.com.
Why is Mazda of Everett the #1 dealer on the West Coast? Mazda of Everett is locally owned and operated for 20 years. They work hard to get you their best deal every time and to make sure you drive away happy. With over 700 new Mazdas, they stock more than anyone in the Seattle area. Find out for yourself why people keep coming back to Mazda of Everett. Take advantage of the Mazda of Everett price during the More to Move You sales event. MazdaofEverett.com. Claims based on Mazda USA inventory and sales reports.
Hi, I'm Justin Shirley. We offer 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 24 months on new roofs. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF now. State Roofing and Exteriors, held to a higher standard since 1968.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's almost over, but the heat is pressing on. If you've got battery trouble, stop by AutoZone for free battery testing. It may just need a charge, and we'll do that for free too. If you do need a battery, we've got options starting at just $89.99, and we'll recycle your old battery for free. Now that's a strong start. Don't miss the end of summer sale, now at AutoZone until September 22nd.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is for you too. Stubborn fat is really hard to get rid of, and then there's all those gimmicky lasers, fat freezing methods, and prescriptions. Imagine a simple solution that takes just one day and provides immediate noticeable results. Introducing ProSculpt. ProSculpt uses air-assisted technology that's safe and gentle yet powerful, delivering instant fat-reducing and skin-tightening results. Performed by board-certified plastic surgeons while fully awake, ProSculpt contours your body with minimal downtime. It's designed to target those problem areas: waistline, neck, face, arms, thighs. ProSculpt gently removes unwanted fat and tightens loose skin with FDA-cleared plasma technology, all in a simple, guaranteed one-day procedure. ProSculpt is one and done. Schedule your free consultation at ProSculpt.com for $250 off. For powerful permanent fat removal and skin tightening that works for ladies and you men, it's ProSculpt.com.
If you're network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports. The Seattle Mariners pregame show is on.
Back she goes, going and going. Goodbye, baseball, he did it! Julio Rodriguez.
Mariners pregame is brought to you by the new Chevy Trax, Beacon Plumbing, and Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Seattle Mariners pregame. The countdown to first pitch is underway.
Now the stretch. And the 0-2 to Frazier. Swing and a miss, and down goes Frazier. It's in the dirt. Cal Raleigh with the throw to first, a strikeout. Munoz strikes out the side. Mariners win it this afternoon 2-0, and they move into a first-place tie with the Houston Astros in the American League West.
And here we are, ready to do something about that. After weeks, heck, months of pointing to these 3 games in Houston, where would the Mariners be? Where would the Astros be? How big would this series be? Well, it doesn't get any bigger than this in the regular season, as they are in a dead heat atop the division with just 9 games to go in the regular season. A most important series at hand, and we are here to get you ready for it. Good afternoon and welcome to the Mariners pregame show. Shannon Dreyer coming to you live from the Western Washington Toyota broadcast booth, found here for the next 3 nights at Daikin Park, as the 84-69 Mariners take on the 84-69 Astros. So much on the line, as the winner of this series will have the inside track and a lap on winning the division, and at a minimum, hosting a wild card series. We will get to all of the possibilities a little bit later in the show, but this series at this time could not be bigger. Big series calls for big series opening starters, and we've got that too, with Brian Wu to take the hill for the Mariners and Hunter Brown to go for the Astros. Wu has been oh so good and almost automatic for the Mariners the entire season. And where would the Astros be without Brown this year, who comes in at 12-7 with a 2.27 ERA? It all gets underway at 5:10 Pacific. Now the Mariners, of course, come in on a hot streak. They've won 11 of their last 12 games. They are 9 games over 500 in the second half. They have been chasing the Astros, and the Astros, they've been passed by them. They have heard the footsteps behind them. Mariners like this role that they have been in. They like being the aggressor, and they intend on bringing that into this ballpark as well. Houston 6-4 in their last 10. Now, over the last the last couple of months, it's been a different story for them. They are 1 game under 500 since the break, but they're coming off an important sweep of the Rangers. So I would say they are battle-tested, to say the least. It's going to be very intriguing to see how this plays out. We know how we want it to play out. And again, we can break that all down as the hour goes on. First things first, however, let's go ahead and take a look at what Dan Wilson has for a lineup tonight against the righty Hunter Brown. Randy Rosarena will be at the top in left field, followed by Cal Raleigh batting second and catching Brian Wu. Cal Raleigh, of course, sitting on those 56 home runs, is still sitting on passing Ken Griffey Jr. for the most home runs hit by a Mariner in a single season. So not only is this game big, it is big as far as an individual accomplishment goes as well. Julio Rodriguez will follow in center field. Josh Naylor will be the first baseman and cleanup hitter tonight. Jorge Polanco will be at second base. Gino Suarez, who we saw turn it up in Kansas City, will be at third base. Dom Canzone, just a couple days separated from that 5-for-5 game. He will be at third. He will be the designated hitter. That works much better that way. 3 home runs in that game, by the way. Keep it going, Dom. Victor Robles in right field, and rounding out the 9 at shortstop is one J.P. Crawford. Time now for the health report, brought to you by Virginia Mason Franciscan Health, and we are going to go to the other side because that's where really most of the health news has been. The Astros are getting Isaac Paredes back tonight from the IL. He's been out since July 19th with a hamstring injury that threatened to be season-ending, but he is indeed back. He's in that DH spot. I have heard he has been told to be careful on the bases. They don't want to lose any more players on the bases, and is supposed to shut it down if he doesn't have something there. It'll be interesting to see. He's been out, first game back. He is very dangerous in this park with the short porch and the Crawford boxes right to left field, and that is exactly where he likes to put him. So I think he could be a real impact player perhaps in this series, but hopefully there is some rust after being out for so long. Yordan Alvarez, there was some intrigue coming into this series, and if you really want to kind of get into it, he obviously had the serious ankle injury on Monday. He was not placed on the IL, so there was some, just uneasiness of, he's not really okay, is he? No, he's not. They did place him on the IL today to make room for Paredes, so absolutely confirmed Yordan Alvarez will not be a part of this series. This health report is powered by Virginia Mason Franciscan Health, the sports medicine provider of the Seattle Mariners. Coming up over the next 45 minutes, we will get into the roundtable shortly. And as I said, we'll talk about where the Mariners are, what is available to them, and what to look for in this game and elsewhere. Things are getting a little bit interesting in some other division chases and wild card races. On the Mariners Clubhouse, insider Gary Hill sat down with tonight's starter Bryan Woo not too long ago. He's going to look at his season and also give us an up-close and personal look to that fastball. We'll have all of the usuals as well, picks to click, check out the scoreboard, and much, much more. But coming up next, Gary Hill sits down with the skipper. We're just getting started here. Stick around. You're listening to us on the Global Credit Union Mariners Radio Network.
$195 million. Global Credit Union members saved $195 million last year through lower fees and better interest rates. At Global, member service is our highest priority. 27 branches throughout Washington, an easy-to-use mobile app, and access to a member service rep wherever you are and whenever you need help. 24/7, 365 days a year. Learn more at globalcu.org. Global Credit Union, proud partners of Seattle Mariners Radio.
Bigger, better, and clearly the best in the Northwest. Experience the best games, the best food, and the best rooms and suites at Muckleshoot Casino Resort. It's a home run. Muckleshoot.
Whatever temperatures this summer brings, your Bryant dealer is ready to help. Your dealer is backed by outstanding products from one of the industry's most trusted names, Bryant.
Visit BryantNorthwest.com for a dealer near you. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Nothing says Mariners baseball like the sounds of the game. Play ball. And nothing prepares you for game day like AM/PM. From ice-cold drinks to hot, tasty snacks, it's the perfect play for Mariners fans on the go. As a proud partner of the Mariners, AM/PM is here to keep you ready for every big play, every home run, and every extra inning snack run. So before first pitch or after a big win, swing by AM/PM, where the lineup is always delicious. AM/PM, too much good stuff.
Since 1934, Hempler's has used only the leanest European pork bellies for its premium bacon made right here in the Pacific Northwest. Slow smoked over natural hardwoods for a rich aroma, savory flavor, and thick gourmet bite. It's no wonder Hempler's is America's leanest bacon and the official bacon of your Seattle Mariners. Hempler's, small batch crafted meats.
This is Mariners Baseball. The countdown to first pitch continues with the Dan Wilson Show.
Well, Dan, it feels like when this schedule came out last year, this was a series that Mariner fans had circled that could be very significant to tell the tale of this year. As it turns out, it is hugely significant. You're tied with the Astros at the top of the division. How's your team feeling heading into this series?
No, this is an exciting time. I mean, this is what September baseball is all about. It's what stretch runs are all about, and this series certainly is one of them. And it's an exciting time for our team, and we've come off a good stretch of being at home, and before that, coming out of Atlanta, we played good baseball, and then at home, and then in Kansas City played good baseball as well. So feeling good about where the team is in terms of confidence, and this is a big series, but this is what's so exciting about baseball, and I know these guys are excited to be here, and just getting back to what we do successfully as a team, and on the mound with Bryan Woo tonight, it's attacking the strike zone, getting ahead, against these Houston Astros, and then at the plate, it's grinding out Hunter Brown, and a tough customer on their side for sure. But, our offense, as we have seen, can be explosive, and getting guys on, getting through your at-bats, making the depth of our lineup a factor is going to work well for us tonight.
You mentioned this pitching matchup. It is fitting for a game of this magnitude. These are two of the best in the game. You've seen Hunter Brown a couple times this season. He's having a magnificent season. What makes him so tough?
Yeah, he's got the good stuff. He's, a couple of fastballs, a good slider, and then, he also is able to locate. He's a guy that can move the ball around on you and make it a difficult at bat. But, pitchers do make mistakes from time to time, and when they do, our guys have been so good offensively to be right there and find barrels. And this is an offense that has been swinging the bat well up until this point, and has really gelled, I think, in terms of how it all fits together. And I think we're in a really good spot to kind of go and get a Hunter Brown tonight. I think offensively we're going to be firing on all cylinders tonight.
Wu is having a career year, all-star season. He's been up to the task each and every time you've asked. When he's at his best, what is he doing well?
Yeah, again, it's attacking the strike zone, getting ahead of the hitters. He's got the great fastball, and he can be so devastating, especially towards the top of the zone, and especially with 2 strikes. And he has been able to do that successfully all season long. Last time out, he set a career high of 13 strikeouts in his outing, just being able to pound the zone and then get ahead and then use that fastball at the top. His secondaries have gotten so much better that really complement those fastballs that he has. And this is a team I think that he stacks up well against, and they're a little banged up, and we're gonna hopefully take advantage of that. But Brian Wu is been just one of our most consistent performers out on the mound, and it's really good to have him going to game 1.
If we're talking about a Mariners series win after these 3 days, what's the key in your mind? What has to happen for your team?
Well, again, it's doing what we do, and I think oftentimes, in these situations where there's a lot of emotion, you try to do too much, and that's not what you want to do. You want to be who you are, and our guys, when they are who they are one of the best teams in the league, and so that's what we need to continue to do, and this is a series that will test us for sure, but it's going to be a good one, and gets us ready for what is ahead, and this is September baseball at its best. It's going to be a playoff atmosphere, and it's what we play this game for.
All right, thanks a lot, Skip. Good luck.
Gary, always a pleasure.
Mariners manager Dan Wilson.
How about that last line? Gets us ready for what's ahead. You love to hear that. They have got their focus on what is in front of them right now, and they are very confident in what is ahead of them, which is a lot of fun to see them in this spot. That was the Dan Wilson Show. Coming up next, it is time for the roundtable. We're going to break down what you want to see as far as standings go. We'll get into this game a little bit more, and we'll check out another game of very big interest that's going on right now as well. Coming up next on the Roundtable, the Mariners pregame show is brought to you by Muckleshoot Casino Resort, the biggest and best in the Northwest.
Make the play of the day right at the pump. When you stop at Arco, you're getting quality top-tier gas for less. And that's one for the highlight reel. Take the win at Arco. Savings based on independent retail price survey.
Don't miss the action at T-Mobile Park during the stretch run. The Mariners' final homestand of the regular season gets started September 23rd with 3 straight value games against the Rockies, which means you can score seats for as little as $11. Then be here for a star-studded showdown as Cal Raleigh and the crew take on Shohei Ohtani and the defending World Series champion Dodgers, September 26th to 28th. It's time to seize the moment and pack the park. Lock in your seats today at Mariners.com.
At Fred Meyer, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Fred Meyer shoppers. You never compromise. Fred Meyer. Fresh for everyone.
Our team is playing for something big, and you can too. Legends Casino Hotel offers Summer High Hand Special, Wednesday through Saturday. $200 every hour, all night long. On Thursday nights, Cosmic Cash means a cash prize winner every hour. Check out legendscasino.com for full promotion rules. Come for the entertainment and stay for the spacious, relaxing rooms and brand new Sage Spa. Make the drive while listening to the game. Your new favorite road trip. Legends Casino Hotel. Within winning distance.
Alaska Airlines, the official airline partner of the Seattle Mariners, is inviting you to go further with Atmos Rewards, a loyalty program by Alaska and Hawaiian Airlines. Atmos Rewards is the #1 airline rewards program, offering you more ways to earn and redeem points across 1,000 plus global destinations. Sign up today at atmosrewards.com. That's ATMOS rewards.com.